Welcome back to another live trading session, traders. Hope that you had an enjoyable trading day and looking forward to here to see some move. And we can see that we had our previous session. Take profit one hit, take profit two has gone back for potentially to move up here for another liquidity sweep. And this session, as on Thursday, I'm looking forward to see where the market is heading as NFP coming up. You might see some, that there will be data coming shortly. And you could see the market to give us an entry. Hi, bro. Thank you very much. Good morning, coach. Thank you. Welcome. And for those who back on trading, make sure you like and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Welcome. We have some breaking news, and I know that the market has a very unusual breakout here. That might be could be there is a significant shift in the market sentiment. Good morning, coach. Welcome. The US is in the middle of final negotiation to end the Iran war. Truth Social. US House approves war power resolution to hold military action in Iran. Okay, so it's a couple of breaking news, right? And let's see that what things are heading here back in that area. So we look at, okay, so we can see that some breaking news has come out, and that might be shift in the market sentiment, but I'm still looking at to see that overall the market movement and the sentiment where things are heading. Okay, so let's look at let's reset the chart and let's see that where the market is heading now. This is gonna be in-depth analysis. Now you see that, guys, this is a overall, now it is an overall downtrending market, and this session, if I look at the daily, the market has moved way more than what I would say, in my opinion, or I would say that this is a very high probability. The market is now in a very important zone, guys. And this is push was insane and paid the price. Okay, gold crazy. Okay, I sold too early. All right, and paid the price. Okay, now look, it's a part of trading, right? So if you look at that, trading it's a part of trading, right? If you are trading, then it's very, very regular to look at. Good luck. Thank you. Yep, thank you very much. So if you look at that level here that you can see in this area, okay, this is there's a 10 and 20 EMA exponential moving averages, both of that, and which is, if you look at that overall trend in this market, is in the downtrend that you can see here in that area. Okay, so we are looking at here for a trend continuation to see that where the market is heading, and we will be looking at that more. So overall, the move here from the bigger picture, this is the weekly chart that you can see the market has broken that high, and with this break of this high from the weekly, that you can see the market has reached that key level, and off this key level the market has dropped initially back below, and the daily chart that you can see of this daily level. Okay, now I'm looking at the overall the market trend that you can see here, and this motion. Okay, good day, nice to be part of this channel. I bought and I'm out. I wish up a peep full network session in case any opportunity shows. Okay, good day, nice to be part of this channel. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely, guys. For those who are subscribing, make sure you stay connected by pressing the notification bell. We are trading, we are making you know that every day hundreds of traders trading with me, got all together, and the goal here is to, guys, increase the profitability, and which is very important to look at the overall market movement. Now if you look at this is the daily market structure that you can see of this, and with this daily market structure, this is currently in a downtrend that you can see, and with this downtrending market overall, okay, so this is where this is a clean move that you can see in that area. So with this downtrending market structure, okay, thank you very much. Could you are everywhere I saw at okay, yep. Thank you. Hello. And now, yeah, so let's firstly looking at the overall market trend that you can see here in this area. So with this overall trend, from this support that you can see, this is a key support level, and of this key support, from here there is an initial move back to the upside that you can see of this level, and this is support, okay, so which is a key support that you can see here. Of that support, the market has moved multiple times, and then if you closely look at it, you can see the market eventually now has broken back to the upside. This is the, look at that daily level that you can see, and of this daily level, from this support area here, with this breakout that you can see from here, now it is now going against the trend. That's what, you know, I'm looking at here in that area, because it's going against the trend, right? And when the market goes against the trend that you can see of those level, we are looking at for this market structure, because they are going against the trend, we could see a high probability entry in that zone here. And so looking at the 4-hour chart that you can see from here, This is the 4-hour support. Okay, and with this 4-hour move that you can see, the price is approaching this key level, okay, which is a very important key level that you can see of that level. And here I am looking at this market trend. Okay, what we can see here in this market trend, where there is a support level of this support, the market has shown initial breakout. All right, and with this initial breakout, that from here created this initial move, it's almost now approaching the lower trend line, right, which is here at this level, which is the lower trend line. Lower trend line, it means that probably you have had this concept first. Let me explain to you guys. This is something really new stuff, and will change how you analyze the market. So you see that when the market trend, such as like this, okay, you will see that the market doesn't trend only one channel. The market creates more often, usually 2 channels, okay, which is very important to look at. So here you can see that, and sometimes you'll see the market will have a breakup structure and will break again back above, and then will remain in that channel and will have a breakup structure, and you see that it will maintain that the other one and will do like that. So usually the market creates 2 channels, okay. One is the inner, okay, and the other one is the outer line that you can see of this. And like that, right? So therefore, if you look at that overall market movement, you can see the similar situation. So you can see here is one channel, that that outer layer, okay, like that outer layer, and then there is one is inner layer, right, the inner one, which is here. And with this movement that you can see, because the market is in this outer and inner layer, okay, if you look at the market is now approaching that inner resistance line, right, and 2 channels. So it's in a downtrend that you can see. So therefore, from this level of this that you can see, it creates an initial move, and with this initial movement, the market is going to that key level. Of that, we could see that the price to come down back, and that's the primary analysis that I'm looking at here in this area. And once we can see the market has, because this is a from this very low that you can see, has created bounce that back to the upside. It's approaching this zone here. And so with that movement, anytime the price is heading to those levels, we are looking at for potential entry. So from here, support level, the market is approaching back here to that key level, and with this movement, because there is a breakout, it is an overall downtrend. So we are looking at here for a possible sell entry after a price action confirmation here in this market. All right, so here is the move, and I'm looking at here for another wave of breakout, okay, which is a support. It's a very important support here, okay, resistance turning support here, and I'm looking at for another move back here in that area. And so this is the resistance turn support. Also there is a liquidity sweep of this level. Could create that breakout. So let's see that where it is heading now. Because there is already lower time frame upside bias at the moment, we cannot sell because we want to see the market having that sharp rejection from that we need to look. And also you need to see the market, if you look at that, having the rejection, because the price has reached now in a very important zone, guys. I'm really excited to see this move. There are some, that bad move happen sometime. That I would say the bad move is because, we don't expect. I see that some of you probably were on sell, market move back to the upside, and but ultimately the overall move potentially to come back in the direction of the trend. So any one of you here on any kind of sell trade before than the one that you have opened during the London session? The one that I have opened during the London session, okay, we have been able to secure take profit 1, take profit 2, gone to the stop loss, but that's fine. We still have back-to-back 8 trades in a row wins. I believe you also have seen that at the same time. Alright, so let's see that where the market is heading. And what's your bias on gold today? I would like to start a poll and to see that actually what majority of them thinking. So your bias on gold today? I have shared a poll here. You guys can just press a vote to see that. The lower time frame, the 15 minutes, we can see here a red bearish candle, right? That could play out. That can be a possible preparation for a head and shoulder formation. If that happens, then the market might be again possibly coming back here to this support area. Potential move up further, yep, absolutely. Potential move up further, okay. What do you think? Bullish 75%, bearish 25%, okay. Share your thought in the poll and see that what most of the traders are at. So looking at, I also look at the 4 hour. Now, intraday time frame, that means that 4 hour move is vital. Why? Because in each 4 hour candle, there are volume in it. And I keep, if you look not for trading but for understanding the directional bias, 4-hour candle is, if you look at from monthly come to 1 minute, okay, you're gonna get monthly, weekly, daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute in MT4 or MT5. Other platform has a different time frame. So those in those time frame that if you look at, okay, in those time frame, the 4-hour is standing out from all is because only one reason. If you look at each candle has a volume of a whole day most of the time. For example, one candle form in Sydney session and it contains the volume of all the banks, okay, entry, because banks doesn't place all the time, they just place in a specific time, and that one candle hold the whole volume. And then you go to the Tokyo session and then that BUJ or like Bangkok in that time frame, so that volume. And then you go to the London session, whole EU volume, and then you go to the NY session, whole NY volume. So each 4 hours. So that's why in a day you get a lot of candles and at the same time there contains volume in it. So therefore looking at their closing time, opening time is very important to look at, right? So if you look at here, that you can see in this way. Now at this moment that you can see off from this support level, okay, and we can see the market has created an initial breakout of this level. And with this breakout, what we can see, the market has reached that level. Now this is the recent high, and of this recent high that I'm looking for a potential trend entry, and trend entry is very important to look at. All right, so let's look at also, and you can see the lower time frame move, which is very important to look at. Okay, the market structure shows that after this breakout, the market is in this consolidation here now. And with this consolidation, that you can see the price action shows a bias here, that what is very important to look at. And with this bias, if the market may try to retest again here upside, and okay, so you can see the market slowly trying to break above here. potential move up further. Okay, and in the meantime guys, make sure you give a thumbs up, and also you can press that vote button that I have shared for to see that actually what's your bias today on XAUUSD. What do you think, boss? What's the next move? Okay, I'm looking for sell and only at 4-hour FVG. Okay, we'll see that where, which is very important to look at. Now you can see that here is the long wick that you can see, which is pretty stronger bearish move. And with this movement, if you look at that level, okay, so here is the resistance line. Looking forward to see for the market to break below, which could be that there is a have an order block here that you can see in this area. Okay, what do you think? Maybe picking up liquidity for break the 4400, because yesterday they couldn't make it. Look, what I think that here, if you look at that, the market has reached the order block. You see that there is a narrow reversal in this area. Okay, so if you look at that, that's a narrow reversal. Okay, now with this narrow reversal, that if you look at, if you draw this narrow reversal zone that you can see, and off that narrow reversal, okay, this is a narrow reversal, which is a smaller zone that you can see. And off that narrow reversal, the market has dropped to this low, right? And now breakout back to the same level, same area of value. And with this going back to the same level, same area of value, which is now creating that zone where the support and resistance, and also which is an important zone of an order block. Okay, that means smart money traded that level, and because the smart money traded that level, the chances for this price action to drop down, and now you can see the pullback. So look at the Fibonacci as well. It's important to see where actually overall pullback now at the moment in the market. It's almost 78.2%. Order block at around 4530. 4530. So that sure. Yep. So you're talking about this one, order block. Okay. It's an order block. Okay. I'm repeating one of your analysis. So either way, pick up that we go back down from here. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I think the market, let's see that it may not go that far. It may go, if you look at the 4 hour, this is a very good move, guys, by the way. Why this kind of move I really wait for, because if this move successfully reverse, we can look at here again. Okay, the reason is, let me tell you why. You see that here, from here, this is a support area, and from here that you can see it's a one single move to the key level. If you look at that, it's almost 900 pip, okay, one single breakout. And with this one single breakout, almost nearly to 900 pip has moved to that level. Okay, now and there is no green candle formation, there is no bearish candle formation along the way. So with that movement that you can see, it has reached that one single move is very important to look at, because when the market moves like that without any pullback along the way, this market could reverse here back down again, a high possibility if the market hit that order block with this one single move here, right? So either way, pick up that, we go back down from here. Order block at around 453040. Yeah. Next made. Yeah. Okay. What about news? There isn't any. I think there isn't any high impact data release. But looking at the sentiment is a big part of our analysis. So let's look at what is currently at the table, and before we look at any trade setup, absolutely. This is where they're playing out a big role in terms of the geopolitics and the market sentiment that you can see. Hezbollah rejects outcome of Lebanon-Israel direct talks. So Hezbollah rejects outcome of Lebanon-Israel direct talks. So now if you look at, so what might be going here, that means the war is on. If you look at the oil price, DXY has a pullback that you can see, and what Trump says US is final negotiation to end Iran war. Okay? Now US in final negotiations to end Iran wars, criticizes how you vote on the war power. Okay, and if we look at Iran FM said no tangible progress in talks, but Trump says still close. US unemployment insurance weekly claims, BOJ. Okay, so we discussed this. Okay, so gold bias, yeah. Gold and silver. So we discussed that one previously. We are looking at here. So this is a orange folder news. Okay. Now this one. Okay. So from that means if we look at the overall other news source, I made back at unpatriotic vote out. Okay. So the sentiment on what I would say that if you look at the overall sentiment in the market, especially on gold, is looking that the market is overall rejection that you can see of this level. So you can see that here. So therefore the technical aspect that you can see in the market shows that the trend on gold is still bearish. Okay, and with the current sentiment that we can see, and I think that if you look at the overall the market sentiment, because the market really pay attention to two important information in terms of gold, oil, currency trading, DXY, everything. Two important. One is economic. Okay, so what is happening with the economy, and how the performing inflation data, and also the growth data, all of that. Secondly, pay attention a lot in the war or the geopolitical situation, because that's where the most of the market really become very unusually volatile. So we don't want to fall into an unusual volatility, but you want to trade on a volatile market, but we don't want to fall into an unusual breaking news. I think there is one of you has already mentioned, I also had that experience before. You sold and the market has gone crazily to the upside. So if you look at, that's why it is so important that we trade with the trend and keep eye for that. So if you look at, this is currently that technically it is in a downtrend, and geopolitically also downtrend. Okay, usually this time with the war, the gold is showing that there is a bearish move on gold, right? So you can see that there is a bearish move on gold, and with the oil as well, bullish on with this war. So as we see that, if you look at the overall the market sentiment, so I think the ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah, so that means that this is what we saw in our previous Israel and Lebanon agreed to implement ceasefire if Hezbollah stops attacks. So this is what I saw in the previous news report on a reliable news source. So if Hezbollah is rejecting that outcome, so how does that ceasefire will remain? I have no idea, but we'll see that how the market is perceiving the current volatility. But for us, where I'm looking at now, especially looking at this technical point, this is Friday, guys. And Friday, guys and girls, I know that we have both traders and all of them. So the market is in a very critical level because it's Fridays. Firstly, the timing, and in terms of the overall the situation in the market, we can see that there is a zone the market is reaching where you can look for further entry opportunity here. Yeah, back-to-back sell wins, and you are good in what you are doing. Thank you very much. Gold bias is yet to play out. BC, we broke 4500. Let's see which side it goes first. Yeah, that's true. It's not for nearly in my zone. I think you guys nearly to I'm at 10:51 p.m. so Thursday, but is approaching to me Friday, and then I have another trading day, which is Saturday. Thank you. Okay, no stress. Time zone is different. Okay, today Thursday. Yeah, it depends where you're living. After 1 hour 10 minutes, I'm going to be on Friday. Okay, so it depends on where you're living at. Somehow I'm perceiving today Friday. I made the same mistake now 4 to 5 times. I'm not sure why. Thank you very much. No, correct. Yeah. Yeah. It's nearly there. It's on Friday after 1 hour 10 minutes in my zone. Okay guys, so I'm ready for an entry, my Friday for 9 hours. Okay. Yeah. You know, the world is in some area very interesting. Okay. I have never been in Norway or Sweden. I think someone is here from that region. In winter, I think, or summer, the day become very small, right? In Greenland, Norway, Sweden, how many hours day you can find? I mean, Europe, okay. Yeah. Sometime, 2 to 3 hours day in Antarctica also. I think Antarctica people doesn't live in, but if you go to the Greenland, probably you get 2-3 hours day. Depends on where you're living. Sometimes that also creates, like depression. It happens. So if the day become too small and extended, extended night, it has a psychological implication, of course, because human mind is usually used to see both day and night because our body is clocked like that. It's winter in Australia now. Yes, we are entering into the winter. Yeah, it's winter. And then over time it becomes like different. Okay, so which is interesting. Okay, so off this level, if you look at from here, the market is approaching that level, and with this support here, the market is trying to break that high, and I'm looking forward to see that, to have another wave of drop back down here in that area. We'll see that where it is heading, which is very important to look at. Crazy here is currently 27 degree. Yeah, depending on if you're in the summer. Absolutely. All right, so okay, here is, if you look at from this, the market has reached that key level, and with this key level that you can see, which is showing that the price is on that zone, and we could see the price action to revert off that level. Okay, and you see that from this zone the market has reached a very important key zone, and now if you look at that overall movement from those level, we can look at the price action to have potential rejection. And if we see the market is rejecting, because you see there is also an order block here, and I think we might be coming to a zone where you could look for a setup. I'm looking forward to that because it's an overall downtrend, so I will be only looking at sell. That you can see this is the daily market structure, and of this daily market structure, from this support, this is the daily move, and we could see that the market structure, you see there is a daily doji. This daily doji is important because it shows that there is a bearish price action here in that area. All right, so here is the long wick, it's the intraday from the 1 hour as well. This is the 1 hour candle closing. You can see that, which is forming a long wick. So yeah, there is a possibility here. If in this candle, this 1 hour candle closing here, there's a possibility for another bounce here. How many of you agree with that? Let me know in the live chat. I think there is another possibility for another bounce here. And then once you see the market has done enough breakout of this, we will be able to see that the price action is going to this order block, which is above 4525 level. Don't you think so? And you know, I want to sell after, yes, after this breakout above here. Okay, this is what we are looking at here in this area. All right, so however, it is also possible to have a reaction of this level, but I think this is less probability. There's a good movie called Insomnia, based in Alaska, where in certain places it never gets dark. Yeah, there are very, very weird places in the world. Like some area, I think it's somewhere in Russia, maybe the coldest place on earth. And if you look at the people even don't need to use a fridge, right? They use fridge to keep things like warm. That's funny, isn't it? If you look at the fridge, we use fridge for keep cold, but they use fridge for keep warm, right? People are selling fish on the street with frozen fish without, because you don't need ice, isn't it? So it's in Siberia also like that. Depend on where you are, which is very important. Okay. All right, so now, okay. Okay, so it's getting a rejection of this level that you can see 1 hour candle close. Now the way 1 hour candle close had a comparatively bigger body that you can see. It's a larger body, and with this larger body on this here, I think, you know, I'm waiting for another breakout. If it does, that's gonna be a good potential entry point for us to be able to see that break below here in that area. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. So many. It's classic. Yeah, there are many kind of movies also. There's another movie that I have seen, some interesting movies, right? One of them, have you watched? I don't know, but where you forget a day and you have done everything in that day. Okay, now the market is here, that approaching to that level, which is from here. Yeah, we can see that bounce. This is what I was talking about. That bounce shows that there might be further upside here, and then rejected back below. See that where it is heading. By the way, in the meantime, what we can see here, there's just an hour ago, there is a Trump says US in final negotiation to end Iran war. Criticizes House vote on war. Okay, so okay, final negotiation on Iran war, and I think that's where the initial move on gold has happened. Okay, so if you look at the USD/JPY, I was just looking at some of the instrument here as well, which is a sideways movement. So the DXY here, DXY also shows it crossed this high, and then the market has moved here back, and it might range here a little bit. Okay, so you can see that daily move, the candle close above. So you see that this is what I was talking about a few days, that this war is basically there is each event has a chemistry with the market. So you'll see that for any event there will be a chemistry with the market. That means the event play out like that, the market will do like that. It's a relationship. For any major event will have a relationship with the market. So with this relationship with war with the market is that DXY is going up bullish with the war, is because there are many factors in it we'll be discussing, but gold XAUUSD is bearish with this event. Okay, so now here with the, if you look at that, you see the 2 days big move on gold that happened last week is also with the potential deal with the Iran, and the market has created this move, and then it didn't happen, the market dropped again. Now this move from the fundamental perspective is with the potential negotiation. Okay, now still I would say that it's 1 and 0. Okay, either deal or no deal. So until no deal, I would say that it's still no deal. Okay, and then it's the way that I look at the market from that perspective, and most trader. So therefore, where we are at, I'm still bearish. If the deal has done, that sign is done, and there is an announcement that it's gone, that I would say that the gold might spike back to the upside. So until that, here I would say that we still be looking for bearish trend here. Most professional traders move to order flow charts. Okay, in future this stream gonna be moved to combination order flow, and price action would be great. Yes, look, this is a smart money concept. Okay, and I always look at the order flow, and I always discuss with you guys. So order flow means that liquidity flow. Okay, so if you look at that, that Nikola Tesla, probably that, many of you, he is the greatest. So there are two people are considered as the greatest inventor of all time, not this year, that year, the entire human history. That means the history of this human civilization from all time. Okay, it's not something very small. If you consider two people, one is coming Nikola Tesla, the other one is Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, these two persons are for the entire human race. If you consider that 1 billion years, these two people remaining at the top in terms of the invention. Okay, there are more also. Okay, but they are at the top two people. So according to Nikola Tesla, that if you want to know the secret of the universe, that means how this universe functions, then think in terms of energy and frequency and vibration. Actually, these are only the foundational blocks of everything that arises from. Okay, so, and also now similarly, if you look at the market movement, then always think in terms of three important pillars. Market structure, which is you will be looking at the trend. Liquidity, which is the order flow. Okay, how the order flow, because the order with the smart money doesn't come in one, they come as a flow. Order flow or liquidity, and the price action, where the market is showing its directional bias. Okay, all right. So okay, people use all kinds of indicators, but some people prefer just to use raw price action and very few indicators. It's all energy. Yeah. It's all energy, and also it's not only the energy, but also where because the energy doesn't remain steady, it remains in a wave form, right? Everything is in the wave form. So the wave has some properties, right? Has amplitude, frequency. So depending on the frequency, there is a lot changes, right? So the frequency like that or frequency like that. So the greenhouse effect is because of the frequency. Same light, but different wavelength and changes everything, right? Something you can see, something you can't. So in the same way, that's the same way to play out, okay? All right, now here the market at this key level here now at this moment, and of this key level that I'm looking at in this market to show its pattern back below in that area. All right, let's look at here. I'll have just half a minute break. We'll be back again. In the meantime, we'll be looking at the trade setup. It's called 100% bullish. Okay, the market is showing some kind of price action pattern that we can see here, guys, and I would like to really to see that if we can have the next trade setup. Our previous trade was absolutely stunning, that if you guys looked at the one that is really awesome. Here I'm looking at another potential trade setup in this area. If you look at that, this one is here, this is the resistance line, and so if you look at, this is the current 15 minutes candlestick pattern that you can see the market is slowly trying to break that level. All right, so with this break, if the market breaks that low, I might go for a trade setup shortly. First of all, looking to see that where the overall market trend is heading. So this is the 4-hour candlestick pattern. The market already has made its move here. %100% bullish on short today. So we can see that there is a pool results that I have showed here with you guys, 50 votes. So shows that 66% bullish, 34% bearish, which is majority of them is on this side here. So here, if you look at with this doji, the market has created a narrow price action pattern in this area that you can see of this. I'm suggesting the order flow charts having footprint, delta or big order getting feed from rhythmic data. Candlestick is aggregated. Info order flow is non-aggregated data. But no one need this. No, of course we need guys, share you know. Why not? The more information you will share is better. I encourage everyone to share your information, opinion, which you think that right. And I think, yeah, we need it. We want to know, guys, what do you think? Of course. And that's how, you know, like, keep in mind that two things, like, I try sell from. Okay, thank you very much. Knowledge is something will increase the more you will share. Okay, this is interesting fact. This is only the thing that increases with sharing. Okay, so you can share what do you think. Now here is okay. So with this support that you can see as the market trading on 10 EMA is trying to break above this high, and off this, the market might be now going here to potentially go ahead, and you could see that reaction here. For 4 hour that I will be preparing for an entry shortly, because the market in a, if you look at this is a doji. Overall, as I mentioned, that trend is very bearish. So there was a stronger move. However, going back to the upside, if you look at the daily, the market is reaching that daily order block now. Okay, one important thing at the moment, I'm not entering because you want to see a little more confirmation or getting overextended to the upside for us to be able to sell off this level. Okay, there is a breakout and it's Friday. Doesn't mean that it's gonna be fully bearish or gonna be fully bullish. We can look at the area of imbalance. Okay, so if you look at that, these are area of imbalance that you can see, and with this area of imbalance is where the key zone that we can look for an entry. I think the selling point is zone 4509. Try sell. Okay, bro. Okay, I think the selling point is zone 4509. 45. Yeah, this is the level that I'm looking at, and sell at 4509 and lose. Okay. The market is, this is a, if you look at, this is a dynamic level of resistance that you can see. Okay. And with this dynamic level of resistance, the market is slowly approaching, breaking out. I'm already in going long. I'm not going long. Not be. Okay, thank you very much. I'll not be, because it's a falling market. So we always consider trend. It's slowly breaking to the upside here, and if you look at that break, okay, if you look at that break, can be an important area that you could see. Okay, the candle close, and the market here, it got overextended, and we want to see that going up here, and that can create a possible entry opportunity. With the 4 hour here that you can see, it might try to sell off, could be, or could go. I would like to delete all of that to see that actually how the market structure is creating. Okay, it's trying to move at this level. It might grab now liquidity. I'm looking at the multiple time frame. The price is above daily 10 exponential moving averages, and also it's almost there. Okay, and let's also look at the weekly. You see that the weekly market, weekly opening was here at this level. Maybe try to sell at 4660 and okay. Sure, sell at 4515, 4530, 35. Look for sell. Okay, so you can see some reaction of this level that you can see, and yeah, this might get 30 minutes. That if you look at doji, doesn't look to me still a strong sell. There might be some selling pressure. I love this guy who think after one move like this it goes to 16k and is 500% bullish. I understand what you mean by that, guys. Here, let's leave it for now. 113, 14 break. So this market might come here, okay, for potentially a long week. Now, until I see that directional bias, I normally wait for the confirmation. Okay, we can see bearish move that's after this. And the 4-hour candle moved a lot. So I'll take a possibility of this market here now. Depending on, guys, this is gonna be again our risk little bigger peep, 184 peep. We'll be setting 2 profit target, and I'm looking at here, this is the TP2. We'll be setting TP1 as well, like the previous one. Okay, so you can see the market, this is the 4-hour and 30 minutes for this candle to close. If this candle not going up further too high, the next one potentially to come down, at least for a short period of time. So I'm looking at here for sell entry of this level. Okay, and this is gonna be, if you look at that overall, 188 pip stop loss. So we'll set like the 2 TP, like the previous one. TP1 at 4486.33, and TP2 will be setting below here 4446.74, and I'm looking at the sell entry. This is and I have open sell here for a potential break of this. Okay. So the take profit target set at, I have set take profit at TP1 at this level at 4486. Take profit target 2 at this level. I'll be explaining also later the basis of this trade. Here, if the market successfully breaks this low here, it's going to be 120 to 130 pip, and we can take the first profit and then let the rest of the trade running to see how the market might be doing. All right, thank you. Let's see where the market is going here. In the meantime, make sure you like this stream. Did you do that? And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell so you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. Here comes the spike. Yep. Let's see that it might go for a spike. It can happen. This is the recent level of resistance here. But if it does break below, it's going to be a high probability entry here. We see some sideways movement here, and let's see that where it might be hitting at this level. Okay, so sideways movement, and now at this point we see that where the market, if you look at this 1 hour price action, this 1 hour candle for me doesn't look to me very strongly upside, but we could see that potential break below. That could happen. If that happens, then we are on sell, but there is a doji, still can break to the upside. The first profit target below here to see where the market is heading. See that where this is a narrow zone here, And the overall trend, this is what I was looking at here. It might, if it wants to go down, we could see the consolidation and then break below. Now it will depend on here. Usually I hesitate to trade against the major trend, even if I'm getting a losing trade here. See that where it heads. So here is the market slowly creating a sideways consolidation. Okay, now of that consolidation, we'll see that if this is where the price again having the break or going back again for another move or liquidity sweep. There's a dodgy formation here on this lower time frame. Welcome. Okay. Here's the mob. Now price has reached that key level. We have some space here for to see that overall movement. Come on guys, cheer up. Say yes if you are on this trade, and say yes if you have managed the risk. And what's your bias? We saw that here 66% bullish here on the pool, and I traded the major flow, and I think it's Friday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Come on, it's Thursday. It's still 25 minutes, 23 minutes away from me to be Friday, but near there. All right, yes, and therefore that could be an important zone. Yeah, and until 4, 5, 6, 6 here. Let's see that where it is heading here in this area. The World Trading Championship, Patrick Neal became champion using with order flow plus volume profile. Professional tools like real order flow and auction market theory still crush it at the highest level. Now if you look at the smart money trading, that's all about the order flow, price action, because this is where all the moves happen, right? With the order flow and the price action. Otherwise, if you look at the overall market, you won't be able to see that in real time actually what the market is doing. So we have seen, for example, sentiment, the news that you can see, which really significant news, important for the market to move. Okay, and if we look at that on the geopolitical situation in terms of trading, that you need to look at as a trader, and also overall the trend. Okay, these are the key points that we need to look at. Have to have a component of all of this, and I think it's taking liquidity at 4471, then short. Now the 4-hour candle close coming shortly after, right? So this 4-hour candle, it has made significant upside move, and that's the basis of my entry here, because as I mentioned in the beginning of this live session, you look at the whole session candle, right? And you can see this move coming from here. This is the starting of this move, which is the 4424 level. Okay, and of this 4424 level that you can see from here, it maybe move back here to that key level. Okay, with a one single move to that level. Therefore, chances for this market to have a reversal of this level is very high. This already. So 1-hour candle close coming as a potentially dodgy, can have potential downside move to see that. And we'll take it if the market successfully close 4486, we'll be taking TP1. Okay, here is quite a few narrow price action formation of this level. trying to break out here. Okay, it might try to, you see like the 4 hour, it's made a significant move. And if we go to the breakout level, then we can look for again another entry. See that where it is heading. See another wave of bounce. The market has created an overextension back to the upside. It's a new higher high. Of this high here, the price slowly breaking that low. Thank you. And maybe double top. Yeah, so you can see the double top, and the market reached a zone of that liquidity, and there is double top that you can see of that. And with this double top, we'll see that if the market is getting that one as the 4 hour candle close coming, already there has been significant move here. Okay, it's a reversal trade. See that where it is heading. Thank you. At the moment we are on a sell trade of this, and we'll see that where might be heading. Thank you. Welcome. Here is the market slowly. We are almost nearly to the 4-hour candle close, and it might try to show further. It's not expecting that move. See that well. Welcome. Yeah, I like your videos. Thank you very much. Thanks for the feedback. For those who like to join here, currently guys, we the group is open, and you can find the link below this video for joining the group to learn and grow as a trader, to become a consistently profitable trader for learning. So you can find a link below, or I can share the link here. So you can find the premium link that I have shared with you. You stay connected by joining the group link here, and which is key points to look at. Now 4-hour candle close coming, that you can see here in that area, right? Now with this 4-hour candle close, all right, you can see that the market at this level where there is a, now with the 4-hour candle close and also the 1-hour candles, the market coming from a very high liquidity zone. Now this market still has a potential for going up. Okay, we are at entry. Let's see that. Let's review our order. We will keep this running, or I think we might see that now possible drop down of this, that you can see, and this is a pretty stronger rejection of this higher price. And here with this rejection here, TP1 profit target 1 at, we set at 4486, okay, which is that the candle close coming 4-hour, which is what you can see, that a complete rejection. This might bring that market low here for another liquidity sweep. So we are running in profit, guys, and I'm looking at with this trade here to secure potentially TP1, that means profit target 1, and then either we will be running or we will be holding, depending on, first of all, see that before the candle close, we have 5 more minutes before this candlestick pattern close, and with this 5 more minutes, that we can see the market potentially to come down to the support area here. This is a overall downtrend, but what I think that this breakout here, that you can see from this level, they're expecting the market to return down here back to this key support area. Okay, and that is where the market is here, showing that 5 minutes candle close. Now of this, The market just below the 10 exponential moving averages on the daily, and okay, I'm exiting this trade right now. Okay, the reason is I will be explaining later. Is the candle close coming, we might see potential another upside. I'm out with the current running profit. Okay, now this market, because it has created a new higher high with the 4-hour candle close, we still can expect another wave of bounce here. Okay, so therefore with 4-hour close, we might see an upside or we might see downside, but at the moment I would like to look at here. I'm out with this current trade, and we'll observe the price action for the 4-hour candle close. We might see that here okay, it has shown here that okay, the trend continuation in this lower time frame. With 4-hour candle close, the market still can go for another move. So if you look at the 5 minutes here, below this structure means that there is a possibility for an upside bias here that you could see in this area. We'll see that we're heading, guys. Let me know what's your bias. Just came to the profit zone, and because you see the 1-hour closing as a candle that has been closing in between with the new candle close, it is still possible for one other wave of bounce here. So I'm going out with this trade here now at the moment. What's your bias? Okay, I've taken the profit, not a big one, but because the market is not, we have the 4-hour candle close coming, it doesn't look to me very strongly bearish at the moment. It might come down here. Doesn't look to me very strongly bearish, so I am out, and we'll see that what the market structure shows here over the long term. Thank you. Now it 4-hour candle. So I've been out with the trade, and just given nearly to 40 pip of this, and I will be looking to see here now. Why don't you trade prop firms? Okay, trade okay, because my strategy give me direct profit from almost majority of the trade. For those who are trading with me, you know that, so I can make direct profit from my trading account. Should I bother anything else? pull back to this likely, yeah. Okay, and I can trade as many as I want, right? I can, for a high probability trade, sometimes I need to increase a little bit of risk, but not many, and that give me more flexibility. And I can withdraw, I can anytime after 1 trade, 2 trades, if I want to grow, I can grow any direction, right? That's good. Pull back to this likely, put an outside first. I want to a pullback do is likely, but I am outside first. Okay, thank you. Now with this, if you look at that, this is a pretty long red bear candle that you can see. Now this bear candle might be going here to that. Let's see, you might see here or here. Let's wait for now. The market might set for a downtrend or the uptrend. No need to use for Wi-Fi if you own capital. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We do hold. You was scared, bro. I'm trading every day, guys, twice, and we have how many trades that you guys can see here that I'm trading. Go back to the live session and see that every day, each trade we are holding. This is the first trade that so early I have closed. Out of last, if you go to the 15 trades, almost all of them we hold for the full TP1, right? Now, sometimes you need to go for break even when needed, right? The reason I have closed is is Thursday. Tomorrow is NFP. And the market might be changing its sentiment, okay? If you look at that, the sentiment is little change since yesterday. What is the sentiment here? It goes to 500, I think, for sure. Okay. This market can go again another wave up to the upside. 4 hour look at here. All right. If you look at the 4 hour, you can see still at this. We can enter anytime. This is what I always tell you guys. You have the freedom, right? You can take as many. You're not a smart money trader. If you're an institutional trader, you don't have that freedom. But retail trader have that freedom. We can trade as many as you want. All right, as long as we are remaining in profit zone. Just few people spread, because I trade on a standard account, so easy for me to mitigate. You know, like I just need 2 people more to take me level, right? For how much for now? What do you mean? Okay. Now you can see that the market from here, after creating an overextension, the market has dropped to that level. Profit. Okay. All right. We'll see that where it is heading. Now you can see that the market in this zone, okay, this is a structure that you can see. When I sold too early, but it's okay. Now I need to maintain a very high win rate. If you guys looked at in the group, you can see that. Okay, let me share all those trade that we have taken in the live session, and I would like to share all of you guys. That is why I closed earlier, and I'm sharing all those trades that we have taken. So if you guys looked at, you see that this is what the overall trade so far, and all those trade opened in this live session, guys. Not all, some of them in the premium group, but this is. So when you see this move, and I do not want to make another red figure here, right? So this is the last one that I have just closed here. And when I see this figure, this win rate, this is where I am focusing, guys. Okay, and I don't want to make another red line here. We can have, but the win rate matters, because this is your confidence, this is your ability to maintain the risk managed setup. Now each trade also share in the group. This one sold at 4500, closed at 4486, 141 pip. This one started at 53, closed at 66, and that was a losing trade, which was nearly to 130 pip, and that's all. And then this one 37, closed at 34, this one 37, 33, this one 29, 25, and from 29, 17, almost 120 pip. Here is also 100 pip. This one around 90 pip. This one around 120 pip, around, so on and on. Okay, now still we have another day to go here to trade the market, and we will be looking at here for more entries. Okay, and I guess you guys got this point, and you have got value, have got profitable setup. Okay, Egon, okay, thank you very much. Today full bullish, probably. Thank you. Look at this guy. And all those trade also I've been sharing in the group with full entry, stop loss, and take profit target. Okay, so the group link is open now. You can find link below this video. And also you can visit the website. Premium group link shared here. Now okay, I am out and I have taken the trade, right? I have taken the profit. That's what it is, guys. That's what I was telling you, that trading is freedom, is simple. Okay, take the trade and then manage it accordingly, and you can see that the market now will show that directional bias here. And if you look at this overall picture in the market, how are you, Zed? Okay, I prefer English, guys. Here's because we don't understand other language. All right, so for the next trade setup, again looking at what is happening on the current sentiment, which is very important to looking at the sentiment, right? So let's look at what is currently geopolitical. We have looked at the Trump says Iran in final negotiation to end Iran war, criticizes how votes on war powers. Okay, so the next thing that we can see here, which is 9 hours ago, Iran FM says no tangible progress in talks about Trump says close. Okay, Hezbollah rejects outcome of Lebanon-Israel direct talks. And Lebanon army, Israeli forces withdraw from South Lebanon town. So there Israeli forces withdraw from South Lebanon town. Okay, so where we can see some ceasefire negotiation, and then there is RJC news. The region will never be stable unless Israeli withdrawal from occupied areas. Occupied areas in Lebanon. State media. Okay, so this is from state media, and if we look at Islamic says fighting in southern Lebanon continues. Once Lebanese resident from moving south. Okay, so there are some mixed news that what you can see at the moment. So how does we'll be looking at this market? Okay, if you look at that, currently here in this area, there is, here we saw that there was a break of structure, right? And reach 4486 first step. Okay, 4486. Yeah, it just crossed the level that we have looked at. Now the market trend here, it is in a, if you look at that, in a falling move at the moment. So once we see that confirmation of a complete large downtrend, you see that it rejected off this level. So now what we could see, this market to eventually, what I think, to come back here. Don't you think so? It's gonna pull back to that level. Am I thinking that they could break 4400, started, stopped 4424, and then went huge up? Wait a come back. Yeah, the market actually does this. You see that market grabs the liquidity and then to return. Could be right. Okay. Thank you. So here is the market has maintained its upside move in this area. It could be. How much like as much as I like Trump as president, that much I come on guys, come on. Now what we can see here, if you look at the market, okay, so it's maintaining that downtrending move that you can see here. You can see this is a pretty long wick doji, and now with this, the market structure shows here after this initial breakout showing up to be potentially to in that area. Okay, all right, so now going back to what is now at in the market sentiment. We can see the market has tested this support and trend is still continuing. That means it is started that downtrend. We are out of the trade. It's fine. You can enter anytime. And let's see that 4-hour price action after this pretty long week candlestick pattern. The market is now trying to break below here, right? So this is the previous support area that you can see. And after this 1 hour bearish engulf, the market is showing that move. So far, forex example, now at this price you would be probably 1500. See that where it is heading. Now the market is overall, if you look at that, it's now showing that trend. There is a fair value gap, which is very important to look at. If you look at here, okay, thank you very much. All right, so this is the point here that you can see there is a fair value gap. Okay, and this is also an order block. And the order flow, now we can see that in that area bearish. All right, now with this order flow, the market to eventually here, if it breaks below, that could be an entire drop. Now, because the market has dropped significantly in this zone here, right? Now it's Friday in my zone, okay? It's Friday, guys, and there is NFP coming tomorrow, so also on Friday. So for me, it's Friday today and also tomorrow Friday. Now if that's the case, then we are looking at here in this area for this market to give us that entry. Okay, see that where now what you can see that the market trying to break that from here. All right, so you can see this is the level. The market has broke to that level and then gone back here, and then to revert again of that. Still 7:30 hours till my Friday. Yeah, depends on where you are. This is the paradox, right? That somewhere Friday, somewhere Thursday, somewhere even Saturday, right? Not yet. Maybe in another planet. If you go far or nearly this speed of light, then time slows down, right? How about if you go faster than the speed of light? Then time will run backward. Okay. Can you go faster than the speed of light? Of course. If not, then how can you create the entanglement? Because the quantum entanglement is instant. And it's real, right? There is no, it's proven. If faster than the speed light is not possible, then there is no possibility of quantum entanglement. The universe expands faster than the speed of light. You know what? Even the concept of speed of light will not exist beyond time and space, right? So you live in a fabric of time and space. Because to consider the speed of light, you need a time and space. Because you need something to relative to the speed of light to consider the speed of light. What do you mean by that? Imagine that you are standing beside the road and a car is going. So to consider the speed of this car, you need to stay there, stand. Even the road has to be there. Then you can consider how fast the car is going. So it's a relative. To understand it, let's say a car is going 50 kilometer per hour, and then your car also going 50 kilometer per hour. And you see that if they go exactly in the same speed side by side, you'll see the other car is not moving anywhere. There's no speed to it. Or if your car is going 20 kilometer per hour, and then you'll see this car actually going 30 kilometer per hour, not 50 kilometer per hour. But someone is standing here will see that this car is going 50 kilometer per hour. So it's relative. You are saying that 30 km per hour, the other man is saying that 50 km per hour, you might start to argue because this is what you measured, relative to you. So if there is no time and space, then in fact there is no speed of light in fact at all. So therefore, beyond time and space, if you go to the black hole, the center of the black hole, where the infinite gravity, everything is now. There is no speed in it. Everything is in the now, right? Your money. You might say, okay, how can that space time will not exist? It cannot exist because the fabric is like that, right? Fabric is like this. If you see the earth, moon, we are sun, the sun is like that, and it bend the space curve like this. Okay, and the earth is here and it bend here like that. Okay, so the gravity is, the moon is surrounded by it, the earth is surrounded by the sun because of this. So when the mass is heavy, this curve become like that, the slope become like this. So when there is a slope, there is a gravity, right? This is the gravity. But when the slope become straight, vertical, due to the infinite mass which is on the black hole, and when this slope become entirely vertical, that means that 90 degree with this one, the gravity become infinite. And when the gravity become infinite, where if you send a light, that light will forever disappear, it will not come back anymore. Okay, so then in that point at the center of this black hole, here everything is infinite. There is no space or time because it entirely ruptured. So there, can you imagine how here in the center of this black hole, there is no time and space, right? It entirely collapsed at that level. Okay. So then in that area, actually there is no speed of light, in fact, because there is no time and space to make it to relative to each other. Right, so all right guys, so here we have another successful trading day. We have almost and we are almost at the end of this live session, but not at the end of trading. Still I'm trading here till end of this NMOI session. We'll begin again tomorrow trading the NFP, and Friday is the best day for me. When it NFP, we can scale up for double down our trades. For those who have traded here, I would like to see there guys again tomorrow. If you are passionate about trading, don't miss out to be there as well. The market is moving, let it move. We'll be taking another position shortly after this pullback. If you are in the group, keep eye for all the updates that you will be sharing here. And it was an incredible trading session with all of you guys, and I enjoyed, and I believe that you enjoyed this as well. That being said, thanks for joining here, and I'll see you again very soon trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy, have a good day, enjoy your time, take the profit in your account, and we'll see you there again shortly after.